We are so wide awake.
Are we?
Yeah, man.
I don't know who you're talking to because it ain't me. Did I get a scratch? Oh, it's my hair. Oh my god, I'm getting delirious.
Yeah.
So, we'll see if anybody joins. It's
Yeah.
it's a little bit later than usual. What time do you usually start your channel? Your
7.
7 a.m. on Sunday mornings,
7
right?
P. 7. Oh.
No.
My news thing? 11 a.m.
When is your news? It's usually Sunday morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 a.m. Sunday.
Okay. Because if it's just one show, if it's a Saturday show, I'll just do the Saturday. And then if it's Saturday and Sunday, or just Sunday, then I'll do the Sunday.
Yeah.
And I try to start it earlier, wrap it up earlier, but it's tough, man. Because, like, when I go to see, like, Whiskey Dust, it's down in Yokohama.
Yeah. Oh.
So then I have to leave a little bit early, catch the train, and then get back, grab something really quick to eat, walk my dog before he shits, and then do this. So, oh, we have 3 likes and 1 person watching. How did that happen?
I don't. Oh, bam! 7 people.
Oh, 7 people. There we go.
They're waking up. Here it is.
There we go. There we go.
I'll put it on here so I can.
What's
check
going
the
on, guys? Hey,
messages.
hey. So, what should we talk about?
There's nothing really going on.
Yeah. Why are you here? I'm just letting people who are watching now, just that I can't even talk, just so you know, he's not in his right mind. Usually.
You're not in your right mind.
I'm in my left mind.
We're trying to make a whole brain right now, is what we're saying.
I have a hole in my brain, that's what it is.
So we're both exhausted.
Yeah. So right now it is 12:22-ish a.m.
Yeah.
This is Saturday night. And when did you... Well, you don't usually... I don't usually see you here in Japan, do I?
No.
Yeah, it's... This is my 3rd time though seeing you here in Japan, even though I don't usually see you.
Right.
Last...
Well, when did we... Actually, I think it seems like we've seen each other more than we actually have.
Really?
Because there was LA.
Okay, there's LA, right?
And what else? Japan.
LA, Osaka twice last year.
Okay.
We did
Japan.
ramen with your family that first time.
Right.
And then for the Love Bite show,
Yeah.
the second
with
time,
Tyler, yeah.
where you guys ate and I left to go home and walk my dog before he took a shit. And then today.
That's it.
Yeah, so 4 times.
So you said you don't usually see me in Japan, but that's pretty much mostly where I see you.
Right. I saw you once in the States.
Right.
And 3 times. Well, it's worked out well.
It's fine.
Yeah, so let's see, where do we start from? Let's see, what you arrived when?
Thursday afternoon.
Thursday afternoon, and
Yeah.
it is Saturday night.
Yes.
All right.
It feels like it's been a couple weeks already. This is my first time doing things on my own sometimes here. And it's pretty much like I expected. Things done wrong. I realized how much I didn't pay attention when other people were doing things when I was here before. You know.
There are some things that Ryan is spectacularly skilled at. Like, the man he's definitely above average in a lot of different areas.
Thank you.
And there are certain things he's not so good at.
That's true. Like navigating.
Like navigating.
Being aware of my surroundings when I walk around a corner.
Walking in a straight line. Knowing where he is.
Right. Yeah. So, it's been fun. I got stuff to talk about later. Put it that way.
Yeah. So Ryan has decided to join MNN's live stream, but I'm sure you'll have your own stuff to talk about, go more in depth, and
Sure. The reason for that is there was literally nowhere else in this tiny room to put another camera, or I would have went live myself.
I want to show you guys. I'm going to flip the screen so you can see what's actually in front of us. This was the best place because it has the best light. So take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suggested that we just go into the bathtub together, but...
Hey, you can see us in there.
Oh, yeah. Shall we do it this way? So that's what we have going on.
Yep. There's a hallway and a dimly lit bedroom, which we decided not to use.
I did think for a moment the word spoon came to mind. Not the image. Well, wait, was it the image or the... I don't remember. So, how is it coming the third time to Japan?
It is better. So there's always been somebody like directly helping me with trains and doing that stuff. And this is the first time where I had to do that on my own. And also booked hotels on my own, which was a disaster the first night and the second day. Not going into it. Just shit happens. Trains, I think I figured stuff out. Third day, not too bad. But yeah, it's good though. Finally getting comfortable just navigating shit. It's all right.
Well, it's just, it's like the birds. They drop you and you gotta just kind of learn how to fly, right?
Yeah.
Or crash
Yeah,
spectacularly
pretty
on the
much,
ground.
yeah. Same idea. If you can walk away from the crash, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah. So, I have traveled quite a bit since I graduated university. That was the first time I actually ventured off to Europe by myself.
Yeah.
Scared. I mean, it was frightening. But the more I traveled, the more I figured stuff out, what I need to do, how to do things, screw up. But it's part of growing up.
Yeah.
So, you'll grow up one day.
It's never too late to grow up.
You'll grow up one day, Ryan.
I want to grow up.
Just so you guys know, I am older than this guy.
You can tell by looking at it.
This guy's my little brother. But the reason why we're together is today. Well, we actually, we'll correspond here and there, and we did do a few things together, like last year, beginning of this year.
Yeah.
But he was like, dude, Gungire and Drag Down. And I was like, dude, Bridear.
Yeah, same day.
So I had actually known about the Gungire, Drag Down, and other bands about the show, but then Bridear came up. It was like right post dropping of their new album, and I thought, God, I need to see Bridear. I need to see their new albums. So I decided to Saiseigo last year. I don't know what that was a response to. So I decided to go to Bridear, and then when I checked the schedules, I was like, oh wait, shit. Bridear starts at 5:30. They probably won't go past 7:30, and they didn't. So I had plenty of time to book it over to Shinjuku Antinock, which is where this guy was at to see Gungire and a bunch of other shows. So.
Oh, you get the bathroom.
You're just.
I was trying to be clever, but
Okay. Oh, do it again. There we go.
Bright.
Hold on. He's gonna. There we go.
There we go.
So Femtocell, Noel, Drag Down, Nabla 9, and then Gungire.
Yes.
At the infamous Shinjuku Antinock.
This was Gungire's release party for their album Incitement.
Yeah, Incitement. So
Mini album.
Bridear dropped their new album on the 28th, and then the 29th, which is today, right?
Yeah.
Is when Gungire dropped theirs. So
There was.
yeah.
They played the whole mini album. Was there 5 tracks?
5 tracks.
They played all of them live. And no, I don't know your experiences or other people's experiences with hearing songs for the first time live, but it can be kind of hit or miss whether you actually hear it or not, depending on the sound. Luckily tonight, I had ear protection in, but the sound was good enough. I just knew what the song sounded like. It was awesome.
Yeah. This was also my first time seeing Gungire So a lot of first. First time seeing two shows on the same day. First time forgetting a ticket to Bridear. I'll get into that maybe later. Is there really for bland? No, nothing for band made yet.
We know, but we can't say yet. We're gonna let them tell you.
We actually spoke with the maids last night,
Yeah.
but
We were told not to say anything.
NDA.
So,
So
sorry.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Gotta
soon enough.
respect them, you know.
Yeah. And then first time going to a show with this guy,
Yeah.
which is nice. It was good seeing you there at a show.
It was nice, man.
Yeah.
I turned around and there you were.
Yeah, there I was.
This night just keeps getting better and better.
And it's all downhill from here. But then first time seeing Gungire, which, sorry man, I think it was better seeing Gungire than being on a show together with you. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
I hope you say so.
Yeah.
Then I look like shit.
So, this was my first time seeing all these bands. I haven't heard of any of the other three bands that are on there. Femtasol was awesome from the start. I liked everything they were doing. Noel was really good too. It was like a punk band, but they had, my key changes in me usually don't get along.
Oh,
This
okay.
band, their changes were so creative that it was. You listen to it and you're like, wait, what just happened? And they were going up and down in the same song, and it was so fun to just see what they would do.
Oh.
High energy, then Drag Down, which was, I just love this band. And I've had an interview with them on my channel, so the chance to see them and Gungire, because I had an interview with them too, was just, I was so happy when they were having a show together, and I was going to be here.
Right.
But seeing them live and being right on the rail, it was just incredible, man.
Yeah.
Hearing Aikoku, because I was just inside of the PA, so I could hear her vocals. It was incredible. It's incredible. Nabla 9.
Moving on.
I think they did a good show. It just wasn't for me.
And that happens.
Yeah, and Gungire, I had great expectations for Drag Down and Gungire, and they both just exceeded my expectations, no matter how high they were anyway. It was incredible, man. Nana is a fucking monster.
I love
Oh my god,
Yeah.
she's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Because I started listening to their stuff last year. They had... Here, let me show you guys. So I bought all 3 CDs because I had, downloaded their stuff on Apple Music. So the first mini album that I listened to was Scattered, which I found fantastic. Like, I actually prefer this one over their next one, which is Surge. Which do you prefer between these?
I think I like Surge. That Rotten Vegetable song, dude.
For me, it's just Trigger. That thing just gets me. And then today was Incitement, which is also incredible. And I listened to this last night as well as Bridear. Like, I was like, God damn it! Why is there so much good music?
I hadn't even listened to the EP yet, to their album. I just fucking didn't. Like, there's so much stuff going on. I'm like, oh yeah, I probably could listen to that. But now I've heard all those songs for the first time live, and I know I love them all.
Yeah.
That's a rare thing.
Yeah. So like listening to them last year and like I really want to see this band. I really want to see Gungire. But every single time that Gungire popped up like on my Twitter feed, it was basically on a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Friday, just any day that I couldn't go to. So, all right, bye.
I'm done.
But yeah, so I finally saw Nana. I think I mentioned to you guys at a previous live stream like a few weeks ago for Yuri's birthday, the bassist for Hades. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're Nana. I love you. Love your vocals. I love your lyrics. You're just amazing. I was like, I love you. She's like, honto? She's like, really? I was like, you don't understand. Like, I really want to see you guys, but you just always play on weekdays and I can't.
So she put him on a list, and he had a hard time getting into the show today.
Pretty much.
Just sneak in.
I had to, wear a mask. But finally, like, it worked out. So it was a weekend, and then I saw Bridear first, which I can talk about a bit later, but we'll talk about the show first. Got in, I was like, oh my gosh, hey, no, I'm here. She's like, oh, you made it. So, and as a person, I find her to be a very lovely person.
She is.
Yeah.
She really is. Even that way she interacted with the crowd. She would like have a moment with people while she was singing.
Yeah.
And not missing.
Yeah. She's like specifically like targeting like, hey, I'm talking to you, I'm looking at you, I'm fist bumping you.
I mean, and the best front people do that. Make you think that you shared a moment with them. So it's,
and it is. Not think, but they actually do share a moment.
Yeah.
They give it to you.
It's like, man.
What was it? A few days ago, I was watching, like, scrolling through Instagram, and then there was a Green Day show, and they do this a lot, where they'll call up one of the fans, say, hey, can you play guitar for the song?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, dude.
Brought him up. He's just like, oh my God, this is amazing.
How many lives they changed by doing that?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, yeah. Dave Grohl does that shit.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So people, they understand. They know. I feel like these incredible people understand what it means to like be on stage with like your band.
Like they remember what it was like when.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So even though, well, Bridear actually did that last year where they called fans up to sing songs with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was crazy. That was just crazy, and that was really cool of them, which is one of the reasons why Bridear is special to me too. But going back to like Nana, like Ryan was saying, like she's singing, she's like, yeah, she's smiling specifically at this person and connecting. And you're right, like all these shows that I've been to this year, last year, I've talked about Mother Yanagi being like one of the best front women. I think Sara from Hades is one of the best front women I've seen. Psyche is up there. Who else from what you've seen?
Did you say Sega?
Sega. Oh, Regan.
Come on, dude.
Nobody gives the middle finger like Regan does. And I come back for more. Yeah, each in their own way,
For sure, yeah.
Each in their own way. It's just like, if we want to refer to comics, like these like the Justice League or whoever.
We often do, yeah.
Yeah. They've got these amazing superheroes, but they all have this particular skill or ability or this way of expressing what they have.
Set of skills,
Yeah. So it's incredible, and I don't know, man. There are like certain people who just kind of walk into the room and they light it up.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
This guy.
It's the bathroom light. But yeah, no, it's and I feel like the people who light up rooms also light up the stage. Like there's a correlation, I feel like.
Yeah. Something about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so having sent questions out to Gungire and Drag Down.
Yeah.
I've had interaction, but no direct interaction.
Right.
Right. Kenji, the guitarist, and I, we've communicated back and forth about music and stuff, but I got there early today, and I was like, I'm gonna go see the venue. We go in, and it was open, so I just walked in. I'm like, maybe we can get a ticket for Juice, who was with me. I'm like, we can get a ticket for you then, So we walked down there, and as I was walking down the stairs, Taichi, the bassist for Gungire, was walking upstairs, and I stopped. I said, Taichi-san. He turned around and he recognized me, and he's like, oh, Ryan. So he's like, Matsu? I'm like, hi, let's go meet him too. So he was sitting downstairs, so I met him. Then he's like, oh, Drag Down is just finishing up their sound check. And then Kenji came out, and he's like, what are you doing here? So I met them right away before the show. And then
that's cool.
Got to meet Ikoku when we went later. And they were, there's always, the language barrier is a thing. But, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just cool to meet them and see them and thank them in person, and they're very kind.
Yeah.
And then same with, then I turn around and Nana's there. I'm like, oh my god. And
oh yeah, that's your first time seeing her.
Yeah, I hadn't seen them either. Yeah. So got to talk to them and met the whole band, and it's really cool. So it was when you see bands you love and respect, and then you find yourself in the room with them. It's crazy, man. It's cool.
Yeah.
Makes it a little awkward when you're standing at the rail. But not really. It's just cool.
Yeah, I just embrace that.
It's awesome, man.
Like last year, I did a Zoom interview with Whiskey Dust, but I hadn't actually met them. And then when I actually saw them for the first time, I was like, "Oh, Erica! Oh, Aya!" It was like, it's weird because it doesn't matter if they're big, like as a band or not. Just seeing them, having only seen them on the screen, and then meeting them in person, it just feels different.
Yeah.
It feels like, oh my gosh, you're that person on the screen I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's wild.
But yeah, I mean that's how I felt when I saw Nana for the first time.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say me.
Oh, I didn't even know who you were.
You didn't know who I were. That's okay. I don't. That's fine.
Reactors. Get a job. But man, like, so how would you describe tonight's show? Well, because I mean, you went over the bands, but like the main bands you went to see were Dragdown and Gungire, right?
Yeah.
So let's break down then Dragdown. What is it about their sound that you could like say, hey, this is why people need to hear them?
All right, so the way Kenji writes is you can tell, he's one of those where you can tell who his influences are, but he doesn't copy them. You can hear it in his riffs, like that's a very Pantera-like riff, or that's a very, whatever. So he pays like homage to his inspirations, but he does it in like the best way. He'll do that to 3 or 4 different people in the same song. And it sounds like one song, but you get all these different styles of metal in one song. And he does it every song. And then when he decides to put a solo in, the solo is just perfect. There's no wasted notes with him. And like Goku's vocals, just, they can be beautiful and haunting and just brutal. And so I, of course I knew that going in, and I've seen, they do a lot of live clips and stuff. So it's one of those things where you think you know what to expect, then you see it happen, and you're like, holy shit. It's just so much more. I had high expectations, and they just took it up higher, took it way beyond. And you asked me which I preferred out of Gungire and
Oh
Dragdown.
yeah, between Gungire and Dragdown.
And I said, before the show, I would have said Dragdown. And then I said after it, I said now they're even. Like, they both went above anything I was expecting. And the way Nana, the way she controlled the crowd and her presence on stage goes a long way. Because now I'm going to think of that every time I hear one of their songs.
Right.
When you see a band live like that, you can apply it to every time you hear them.
Right.
And it changes how you hear their music.
Right.
So yeah, it's pretty wild. That's a new experience, seeing so many concerts and being able to be like, oh man. Because there's so many bands I heard that I never saw them live. That then you find out they're a bunch of assholes, It's like, oh, I had the wrong image in my head the whole time. And now I've seen all these, I've met them and
what
they're
did
awesome.
you say about bandmate?
No. They were nice too. Just can't fucking talk about it.
Yeah, I mean that's so like the experience for me, especially in the past year. I mean, I keep on going back to like the first show I saw. Not the first show I saw outside of Bandmate. I had seen a couple others, but it was where like I was visiting Tokyo. And then I went to go see Bridear, and I was like, oh, this is a different kind of show. And then going to see like Little Lilith, Risky Melody, this group called Maze, like an alt idol group. And then just seeing them like selling merch and like, oh yeah, there's a lot more to this than just music.
Yeah.
Videos. And
they are working.
Yeah.
They're working hard, man.
So.
Bridear's drummer stopped by. And the bassist from
not Bridear.
Bubble.
Oh yeah. So For those of you who are Bridear, like hardcore old school Bridear fans, Kai was
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Kai was there, the original drummer. So we got to say hi to her, take a picture with her.
Yeah.
I don't think I have them. I think he has everything on his phone.
Yeah, I might.
I might get them.
Maybe.
I don't know if I'm nice enough.
We'll see.
So I'm never gonna get them. But it was cool. And then yeah, Bad Bubble. If you guys know Bad Bubble, the singer Ray, the bassist Natsuo, and the guitarist Gina, they were there. So that was really cool.
They're all there?
They were all there.
I didn't know they were all there.
Yeah, and there were a few other people too. I think like I saw faces. I was like, I swear this person or this person.
Yeah. I was kind of the same way. I'm like, I don't.
But having attended so many live shows now, like, it's completely changed the way I listen to music, the way I evaluate music too.
Yeah.
You know, because for me, it's like, I don't know, because like, I mean, a lot of my formative music moments were from the Beatles, just listening. I never thought about seeing them live because they weren't.
Yeah.
You couldn't, right?
Yeah.
So it was very much, my mind was very studio centric. Like the studio album, how is it produced? How is it arranged? Like, all that kind of stuff, how's it mixed? And now it's just like, I need that live experience. Yeah. And if that live experience is something special to me, then that is like the barometer.
Wow.
You know, like that sets the stage for everything else versus the album. More often than not.
I wish I could come here and see the bands I see in the States. Because the sound, every concert I've been to, other than, let's see, Ginger was good, and the bandmate shows were not excessively loud. A couple were loud, but the mix was still pretty decent. Every other one? Hanabiye, Nemophila. The sound was so bad, like it was hard to enjoy it. Because I don't, well, you're here to see them. It's like, I know, but I want to see these songs performed. And if I have to wait till the first chorus to figure out what fucking song it is, I'm not enjoying it, you know? So, but if I saw them bands, like Anti-Knock, it would be a great show. So I don't know. It's like, it's almost to where I don't know if I want to drive for hours to go see another show if the sound's just going to be trash. But it's not. I think it's weird because the smaller venues, I mean, Sega was loud as fuck, but you could hear everything. But even some friends here have seen like Nemophila, for instance, in a bigger venue here, and the sound is still trash. Like, I don't know what it is about sound guys and not mixing for the room, but geez, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I think of like you and I mean SJ with Eminem and like just a lot of people I've started interacting with more online, just talking about different bands, supporting different bands, and I always just think, God, it'd be so nice if you guys were here. You know?
Yeah.
Just to really just experience that whole like lifestyle, because I think ever since like I really became good friends with like Hades, attending pretty much like every show, more or less. Like I missed a couple, but every show that they do and that Tata does, because it's free. If I had to pay for this, I'm sorry, but I just wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to. But because I can, you know, I'll be backstage. I'll be like, you know, like in the office and hanging out and talking to them and seeing how it all goes down. And it's such an interesting, like, what's that word? Just not a bubble, but it's an interesting world, you know?
Amalgam?
No.
It could. You're blending things. Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Just thought of a word.
Yeah. It was a good
I
word.
think what I was getting at was where you cherish the live ones. Some of the bands I've seen with live as shit, so I still cherish the studio tracks.
I see.
You know, they have DVDs and stuff out there that are
Right.
mixed well, but you know, I wish I could just see those bands here. What I was getting at.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So how was the experience going from like the bandmate hall tour show, seated venue, couple thousand capacity roughly,
Yeah, yeah, roughly.
and then going to a show like this? Like, do you ever kind of like compare and think, oh, I think I like this one better, or like, do you have a preference?
Man, I wasn't even thinking of comparing them. Um, it's so different. The Bandmade, the show was so complete and like a totality of like the background, what they were doing, the sound, everything was fantastic. So it was a big production.
Right, it's a production.
And
Yeah.
you go to a club like this to where you see, the drummers are using parts of the drums from the one before them, and they're running over, setting up their camera.
Right.
So they had one and set up for the drums, and you see it's like still very hands-on, old school. Like, we gotta get this fucking clip, And it's so cool to see. And then
Right.
they perform, and you're like, these are the fucking videos I've been watching.
Right.
Like you don't think about that. They went up and set the camera on the amp.
Yeah.
And that's what you see, and that's how you discover them.
Yeah.
So you realize how important the shows are to them. And no matter how many people are there, they're gonna go as hard as they can.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I love just that gritty, earthy, like, just, I don't know, it's just so pure to me.
Yeah.
It's like, I've always loved just manual labor, just doing work with my hands, and just getting shit done like by myself, and like, I love seeing people work their asses off. Like, that is so appealing. People just like giving their all. And not to say that Bandmate or these bigger productions or bigger bands don't, but like,
They have.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like
They put in the
seeing,
work.
I don't know, I feel closer to that.
You know what's crazy about it? The only bands I've seen in a situation like that, like tonight, are just shitty bands who couldn't get a good venue. Like in the States, if it's a place that small, it's a shitty club with shitty bands. So when I come to a place like that, I'm like, I don't know if it's just like in my head, like, oh man, I'm not passing, it's just a small place, small club. So when I hear somebody who I have like the utmost respect for playing a venue like that, it's like, wow, man. All those shitty bands I saw could have been better. It's just not the venue, It's not the circumstance we're in. It's still what you put in it.
Yeah, when you see a band as good as Gungire, I didn't get a chance to see Drag Down, but you just want more for them. And like, yeah, you just want more for them. I messaged Nana like last night. I was like, God, this song is so good. Like thank you for this song. Like, I love your vocals. I love your lyrics. Like, it just, I don't know, man. I said this to you earlier, but like with Gungire, there's something about her vocals, the melody and the lyrics that she writes, the way that she like executes, like, it moves me a lot more than a lot of other bands that I've seen or heard in Japan.
You're not a big fan of the harsh vocals though, right? Like overall?
When it depends on who it is,
right,
and how it is. But I would say like between Drag Down and Gungire, for me, Gungire.
Yeah.
Because I grew up more with pop and pop rock. And so for me, like, I connect a lot more quickly with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like I was telling you even before the show, like song number 5, While I'm Alive, like this song. Because it was just so damn beautiful, wasn't it?
It was, but it still went hard.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, this is gonna be a ballad thing, and then it's like, Jesus, all right, nope. But the moments that were, there was some. It was a pretty amazing song.
I think it's a superb song for me.
Yeah.
Like that's top tier, or as you guys say, S tier.
What the fuck does that mean? S.
What was S?
Super.
Forgot. It's a gamer term, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think we're kind of too old for that.
Goddamn kids.
It was rad. But I feel like people are asking questions and I haven't seen any of it.
I think I can
Yeah.
look on the interwebs. See if anybody...
In the process, I think you guys asked about Bridear at the show that I went S is top tier, but what does S stand for? So, Bridear was awesome. Their sound is a lot harder. They've definitely leveled up in terms of like just how beastly they become. Like Haru, the bassist, her growls are like Hulk-like. Like it's massive from such a little girl. Natsumi, the drummer, is. So I was standing in front of the subwoofers, like this big block, and I was just getting it in the face and the body like the whole time. But it was amazing. Like she was incredible, absolutely incredible. Moe and Ayumi. I prefer Ayumi because she has a little bit more soul, a little bit more feel to what she does. But Moe is also like, she's definitely a technician. But I was telling both Richard Hogan and Michael Barber, who were there tonight, that like, I love Ayumi especially because she's also a composer. And she's got this sensibility. Like I love when people have like this musical sensibility, this melodic sensibility, and she absolutely has that. It was fantastic. And then Kimmy, what I love too about her is her vocals are very particular. Nobody else sounds like her. Hey, what's going on, Peter? Nobody else sounds like her that I've ever heard, and I really like it. She's so good. There's something sweet about it. Something sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Is that what the S stands for?
Nope.
They can't even tell us. This guy says S tier,
best.
absolute best choice. I know, but what does the S stand for?
Oh, hey Kurt, what's going on? Yes, the Bloody Bride did make her appearance. It was cool.
Oh, and Polska Bob says, so I hate both of you now.
Why do you hate both? Why?
Because we have good experiences, I guess. I don't know. Polska Bob, someday we'll meet and...
Don't hate us because we're beautiful. What was that? What was that one? Like, was it 80s or 90s? Don't hate me? No. Was there like a shampoo commercial?
Something like that.
I forget.
Maybelline?
Something like that. Something. Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, it's a shame we don't have our guitars here. We could have done a few songs. S doesn't stand for anything, just a letter above A.
That's fucking stupid. It comes after A.
S-A, B, C, D, F, G.
Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I didn't learn it that way when I was growing up. And I was born in America, no matter what my face says.
Wow.
Because some people, some people go, your English is really good. I'm like, thank you.
Fucking duh.
Superior? Is that
Nobody
what it
ever tells
is?
me that.
Because it ain't that good.
Oh, that makes sense. I get it. We've
shifted a bit, yeah.
shifted a bit.
No other questions or anything interesting?
No, but they're just talking amongst themselves. They're not
Okay.
even watching the show.
Oh, thanks. As usual. You guys don't really come to hear us talk, huh? Whether it's MNN or it's this guy.
Yeah.
You guys basically just want to hang out with each other.
Which I guess is cool.
While we're rambling on and on.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Peter Lim. I don't think that shit would sell at all. Not at all.
I'd buy that.
So in the past year, from the last time that I saw you here, any changes or shifts in like bands that you like love or want to see, or nothing new, or?
I think the main thing is I've been listening to heavier and heavier music. So Bandmate is a constant. With my live streams, I hear so many bands, and I can't listen. I literally can't listen to them all.
Right.
So the ones that are the takeaway from those live streams are the ones like I'll take extra time to listen to them. Bands, and that's been bands like Kokeshi and Drag Down, Gungire, Nekomeshi, and
Yeah, Nekomeshi's good.
Saiseiga.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah. I mean, even, but then there's like Red Handed Denial, which is there's stuff that's just tonnage heavy, and then there's like really just straight up pop elements in it. But it's so fun to listen to. And Encore.
Oh, you just mentioned them like this week?
Great fucking band, dude.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm getting, I don't know, more diverse, I guess. So I don't know. Changes in music. I've been writing a lot more, which is good. Oh, I have an album coming out. Do you know that?
I did hear that.
July 8th.
July 8th.
Available on streaming everywhere.
Nice.
Instrumental.
Nice. What genre would you put it in?
Yes. There's
S tier.
S tier. For we can't think of a word for that. Can't think of a word for that, can we? There's quiet stuff. There's noisy stuff. There's solos. It's got everything I want.
When you walk into Tower Records, noisy, quiet, everything you want.
It's yes tier. Nailed it.
Which genre? Yes. Yes, dear. God.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's.
Cheers to them. Feel like Beavis and Bud.
Beavis. What?
What are we composing?
The Collard on Combat.
Yeah. No, Bridear, I think they have S tier songwriting. They really take the time and effort to like craft songs. I think sometimes, and like I love bands who don't do it as well, but I've noticed Bridear with like their songwriting, lyrically, just the composition when they produce stuff, like it feels really thought through. It feels really crafted, you know. So I really appreciate that about them. So yeah. So if you had a choice, because let's say that let's say this yes genre album blows up.
Yeah.
And you just have to tour.
Jeez, I have to learn them all again. They're all improvised. So what? If I had a choice, what do you mean?
If you had a choice, because you're on this path of like discovering music, and I feel like it's an area of like labor, like this specific area to like discover, you know, to mine, like you're a miner basically, right?
Sure.
Versus you like creating, like having a canvas and like throwing like shit on it and like making it beautiful.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So what's the question I want to ask? Like, are you so artistic that you like want both so badly, or like if you had a choice to continue to craft your own stuff and to like leave this world of mining and discovery behind because you were doing your own thing, like, would you want to?
If something happened where there was enough demand where I would just play music.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen. If that were the case, if I had to tour, would I stop trying to discover music? No, because really the reason why I've been so creative lately is because of the discovery of new bands and music. It's inspiring. It makes me I hear a band and I want to write something that's that fucking good, or that has that kind of a twist to it, or that shift in tone or something. Like, can I do that? You know, can I do that and not copy them? So it's given me drive to create music. And a lot of these things I do on a live stream. I'll write a song from nothing and I'll make a song in like a couple hours. And then I'll refine it outside of that video. But hopefully you can hear elements of who I'm trying to put into that song or emulate, or who I've watched maybe that week, you know. Like there's a song called Wrong Turn Right Direction, which was directly because of Drag Down. And the riff that I wrote inspired by Drag Down is the very last riff on the whole song. The rest of it was created during the live stream, but it all started with that seed. Finding my way to that super heavy fucking outro. So it starts out with acoustic guitar and just weaves its way around until it gets there. So yeah, it's a driving force, man. I don't think there'd be any reason why I couldn't, you know, check out some music while I was touring. Fuck, man, gotta kill some time on the bus, right?
That is true. That is true. Yeah, I mean, there are times where, because I love doing this stuff. Like, I love discovering bands, hearing awesome music, seeing incredible performances. I love building relationships with them, you know, when I get the chance to really ask questions. So even like when I'm not like interviewing, I'm still interviewing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, so like, which is your favorite song? Like how did you come up with it? And like, because I am always curious about that kind of stuff. But there are times, and this is, I don't know, am I cocky? Sometimes I think, back in the day when I was playing, I think I would have been a pretty good front person. I think I could have been good on stage. You know, like interact with the crowd, have fun with them, like have a blast. But it's never that strong where I'm like, because I haven't written anything for like ages, you know? But I feel like, God, being on stage would be fun again. Like playing and just like getting in people's faces and like bringing them on board to the party.
Yeah.
And just like, I love that. Like, I love kind of orchestrating that moment together, you know? Because it's fun. Like, that shit is fun.
It is. I rarely, sometimes I'll go out to the open mic locally and I'll play. And
Well, I've seen a couple of photos
it's
of
like,
that,
oh yeah,
videos.
this is fun. I do like doing this. I should do it more often than I don't for like 3 months.
Yeah. Music.
Music is awesome, dude.
Music is... Yeah.
It is awesome.
I was recently, I had this like recall of like, junior high, just falling asleep to my Walkman, just playing the cassette and like not being able to fall asleep because I was just listening to music over and over and over again. It's good stuff.
See, what do you mean over and over? Did you have a tape that would stop?
So that's why like I would like
Click.
rewind it, click, and then rewind it. Darn it, missed the spot. Yeah, but jeez, it's weird. I don't. It's weird to think how much something can be that big a part of your life. And I never expected it to take this much of my life again. I thought I had left it.
Yeah, that's a great point. So I played with bands and stuff, but when it just stopped, it's like, oh, there's that. I'll just sit here and play guitar by myself. And it's, fuck, man, it's come back in such a way that it's maybe more important than it was. I don't know. It's just different. Like there's a different, instead of just finding something I want to listen to, I want to find stuff and get other people to listen to it. Like, you should listen to this.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, but you should probably listen to it.
Yeah.
And there's so much of it, man. There's so many talented people. I've said before, like, when I was a kid, it was like musicians that were famous were super talented and unique, and there's only one person just like that, and that's why they're famous. And now I realize it's all bullshit. They knew somebody who knew somebody. They got him a deal. There's always been millions and millions of talented people, and now we can find them. It's easier for them to make music, and they may not. There won't be rock stars like there was. I don't think, like Led Zeppelin, you know, shit like that, where they're like these gods of rock.
Right.
Because it's so evident now that there are so many people that are maybe better musicians than they were.
But see, here's the thing though, like, what does it mean to be a better musician? Here's a deep question, right? Because is that what sells? Because, you know, according to...
No, it's not. But my point is, like, Jimmy Page was the best. Hendrix was the best. It's like, well, they were famous and inspirational, don't get me wrong. There was a time that was happening that they were... wouldn't have been there without them. But they weren't the only people that could do it. Right.
You couldn't quite pick and choose. Or you could choose within this, like, this amount.
Right.
Because people chose that for you first.
Right. This is famous. People like it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Here's 10. You can choose your 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever.
And now you can go out and you can find bands that are that fucking good, and nobody's like not many people know who they are.
Yeah.
And I want people to know who they are.
Right.
You know? And hopefully get a few more eyes on them.
Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. I just it is tough because like there isn't enough time. There literally is
There's
not
not.
enough time to. It just like I feel so clogged and like congested sometimes because there's so much shit and like. And the thing that I'm having trouble with is I want to build and maintain relationships I have,
Yeah.
but I also want to make new ones too.
Yeah.
But there's only so much capacity, like there's only so much you can like volume in your like tank.
And to remain sincere
Yeah.
instead of like.
That was great. That was great. That was great. You're great.
You're
Right.
Hey.
You get a bus, and you get a bus, and you get a bus. Like it just. Yeah. I mean, I like being real. I like being sincere. That's always been something that I appreciate in people.
Yeah.
That's always something that I hope that I can be. But can you do that, man?
Yeah.
So you kind of at some point have to just say,
You either have to be insincere and just do like. Here, it's like. People don't get rich because they're generous. How's it? It works some way. Somehow it fits together. But I think the opposite direction. Like, if you want to be friends with everybody, you're not really friends with anybody. You just have a lot of acquaintances, which might be okay, but that's not what you want out of the relationship with the band. So, if being friends with more lessens your friendship with others, then it's not really.
right.
I don't know, man.
Because, you know, what I've been discovering, like, because for me, like, going back to Hades, I mean, they are such a special people in my heart and in my life. And it just kind of happened that way.
Yeah.
I didn't really quite plan for that. It just, as things happened and as we started working together with different things, we built, like, such a solid relationship. And then they're just like, dude, any show, just come, you know, you're okay. You've helped us so much. You've done all this stuff.
Yeah.
And like, I don't ask them like, oh, where's my money? You know?
Yeah.
Pay up. You know, pay the piper. And it's like, I love that. I love being able to do these things with them and help them out in these ways and do all these cool things that I couldn't with other bands. But at the same time, I do want to do like other cool stuff with other bands.
Yeah.
But then there's all these shows on weekends and they're busy like during the weekdays. I'm busy during the weekdays and there's just no time.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know. Do what you can.
Yeah.
Like with Drag Down, I had the interview with them, learned about them more, so that was then a deeper connection for me. That they took the time, were very thorough, and cared about the questions, and made sure to answer them. And then when they have an album coming out, they'd be like, "Hey, sponsorships are available,"
right?
Which is a unique way I've seen it doing it.
Right. I don't think I've seen anybody else do it that way. Yeah,
if you buy something from the store this time, you'll go on as a sponsor, and then you get to see your name at the end of the video. You know? And it's they take the time to do it, so they appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's still like a grassroots type of thing.
Yeah.
They just everyone matters.
Or that's when I watch bands that have like 1,000 subscribers or 200 or 500. I'm like, go subscribe to the channel. They will see it and they will appreciate it.
Yeah.
They're watching every day. Oh shit, we got another 10, or another 2. They will
like Eminem.
Yeah.
Because I'll be looking at the YouTube studio, be like, 10 more,
Yeah.
1 more. What? Where's Ryan? Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting world to live in.
Yeah.
Stands for super shoe, Japanese word for excellence. I don't know.
I said super already. Super. It's super tier.
Well, so what do you have coming up? Because you're here until when?
The 9th.
The 9th.
So the only official thing now is Gotcha Spin, I think, on the 5th. And then Trident, and no.
Wait, Gotcha Spin on the 5th, Bandmate.
No, Bandmate's on the 5th.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's going to be Gotrek Spin, Trident, and Bandmate. I think Trident maybe after. Those are the official things. There's other possibilities, I think.
Oh, and you may actually join me for the Hades show tomorrow.
Yeah. I don't really see any reason not to.
Okay.
Because tomorrow's a free day. And now I got shit to do. Thanks.
Maybe it's Peter then. Yeah, no, it'd be cool. I think the girls would be happy to meet you.
Yeah, man, they were one of the first ones I talked to. One of the first early interviews. So
Yeah, you're welcome.
that'd be cool to me. Yeah, thanks. That's all.
I think I told you this before too, but that interview also helped me get closer to the girls.
Yeah.
It gave me a reason to work with them.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. No, see, when he says you're welcome, I say thank you because I'm
Okay.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. My mom taught me to be grateful. She taught me to say thank you. Yeah, because I do remember after that interview and helping them out with that, just kind of hanging out. We grabbed lunch afterwards. It was the first time for me just kind of eating with them and stuff. I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, this is really cool.
Yeah. Wow.
So I was really actually, and we had to kind of go back and forth because I know people think I speak Japanese well. I guess comparatively to other people, it's not bad.
Definitely speak it better than I do.
Agreed. Not even an argument.
Because you speak it.
Arigato gozaimasu. You say arigato very well.
Arigato.
Shit. But because so like with translations, like we had to work together, like back and forth, and like getting the Japanese, translating that, getting the English, translating that, and then just studying it and stuff, asking, following up. So that definitely made them appreciate me more. It made me more happy hanging out with them, having that opportunity. So yeah, man. Actually, that interview, I remember specifically, like, oh, this has helped. It was in succession with a couple of other things that I did, like taking photos for them, that like kind of made us feel like, oh, okay, I think we work together well.
Wow, that's cool.
So thank you.
Good.
Like
Well,
genuinely. I'm being sincere now. It's hard to tell something. It's hard to tell.
I'm glad it worked. I am glad it worked out.
Yeah. So, but
And for people that read translations that are good, you need to appreciate it a little more than you probably already do, because it's not like, oh, this word means this word. It's an interpretation.
Yeah.
And from Peter and Mikoto and trying to use auto-generated, it's just you need a person to do it, because it's not, you can't just plug in words.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What you do is not easy.
Agreed. It is not easy. It is the worst part of this job that I have to do as a YouTuber. I'm still a YouTuber, but I absolutely hate it. Oh my God, Ryan and Peter! The apocalypse?
No, this is a good thing.
What are you talking about? Heaven.
What's the yeah.
Can you take me higher? To a place where blind men see.
Right? Why we Creed? Fuck, man.
Hey, I liked him back in the day. I mean, I don't know, they went through stuff. Anyway.
I remembered the things, the parts.
Yeah, memorable stuff. Shit, what was I gonna say? Like, I kid you not, my brain is so bad.
Your brain is bad?
It's so bad.
Hate to break it to you guys, but Peter's brain is bad.
Yeah. It's so close to Breaking Bad, but I couldn't. Braining Bad? Braining Bad sounded weird.
I mean, that works. Braining bad.
Yeah. Really is bad. So tomorrow, maybe Hades. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Which would be really cool. It's first time seeing Hades too for you.
Right, yeah.
And there's quite a few other bands there.
I think they will be a band that I will appreciate probably more live.
Yeah. I will say they're not as technical as other bands that you've seen, but just I don't know, their energy and how raw they are. It's
Yeah.
there's something so punk rock about them, and just so like just fuck it, yeah, like yeah, really, yeah. I swear every single time. I've seen them a lot now, you know?
Yeah.
I've seen them a lot, but every time it's like, God, they're so good. I just love what they bring to the floor, and like the people there, they know. Like when Hades is on, they're like,
Yeah.
let's do this. Let's make shit happen. So
All right. See you.
yeah. And then I guess yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you.
2 hours.
Yeah. We do need to end this. I do
We
need to
do.
go home. He's got to sleep. We've got to like get back to our senses.
So sleep deprived.
Yeah, shit. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. That was good.
That was fun, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad we can meet up today.
Yeah, definitely. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. We're gonna stop it here. Thank you guys for joining. This has been Ryan and Mear.
This has been Peter Lim.
This is Peter Lim. This has been Peter Lim, and I will continue to be Peter Lim. And yeah, we may have more stuff, we may not, but thanks for joining. And July 8th, Yes Tier album.
Yes Tier album. That's
Yes
what they
Tier
call
album.
it. Next one will be Yes Tier.
It's so cheesy, dude. I love it.
I'm gonna have a cart like an old 50s advertisement guy going Yes Tier, like Yes Dear, but it's gonna be Yes Tier, so it'll be like multi-punned. There's like layers to this shit. It's like an onion.
It's like Yesception. Yesception.
Okay, bye.
We'll see you guys. Thanks so much. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Peter.
Genuinely. Bye, guys.